of First National, and we just wanted to say that we absolutely love the Children's Advocacy Center, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do. And we just wanted to say we love you and we appreciate you guys.
We love the CSC.
Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County. How may I help you? Hi, it's Detective Smith.
Hi, Detective Smith. How are you today?
It's been a long night. I've got a few cases I need to schedule with you today. I have a 16-year-old female who's experiencing physical abuse from her father. I have a 5-year-old girl who's experiencing sexual abuse from a family member, and a 9-year-old boy who hasn't eaten in a while. Any chance you can get those in today?
Sure, let's see what we can do. Hello, I am Natalie Tibbs, the Executive Director of the Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County. Welcome to what would have been our 16th annual Cherishing Children Dinner and Awards presentation benefiting our center. Like so many other things this season, fundraising events look different than you're familiar with. While this event is unlike any other from previous years, a few things remain the same, and that is our mission, our continued services despite the pandemic, and the need for our community's support. And we need your support now more than ever. We promise to not take more than an hour of your time, so please stay tuned during this entire event to see how you can help make a difference for the children in Benton County. COVID-19 has had devastating effects on the nonprofit world and halted many in-person events this year. Though we saw a 50% decrease in services in April, we have since seen a steady increase in children since that time and anticipate that only to grow now that children are back in school. The Cherishing Children Annual Dinner is the CAC's largest fundraising event each year. And we need the community now more than ever to support the CAC and help us raise $250,000. By raising $250,000, this will allow us to serve 100 children this fall. There are many ways for you to give. You can donate online, you can text to give, or you can mail in your donation. Because of the generous support of our honorary Cherishing Children Annual Dinner event chairs, Doug and Shelley Mcmillan, all donations will be matched up to $50,000 from now until October 10th. So your gift will be doubled. Please consider donating during this time.
When we moved here about 5 years ago, I was drawn to the Children's Advocacy Centre and its mission as a way for our family to get involved in the Northwest Arkansas community. I'm so proud of the work of CAC, and now its mission is more important than ever.
Today, with COVID-19 affecting our community and causing schools and businesses to shut down, the concern remains for children isolated in abusive homes with no access to safe adults, and with even more limits to communication as if offender has a listening ear to every conversation.
The Children's Advocacy Centre of Benton County continues to provide free services for the children and families whilst prioritising the health and safety of clients and staff. Our donors are the only reason we've been able to continue to operate and offer our services to children and families in Benton County during this difficult time.
Because of the amazing community that we're in and the support we've received, the CAC has been able to continue to be a safe place for children that have experienced trauma to come and share their story and begin their journey to healing. We hope that you walk away from this event empowered to help eliminate child abuse. In order to change a culture, we must start having critical conversations about child abuse and how we can all play a role in its elimination.
Wow, you have had a long night. Let's get those cases scheduled for you. I am going to need to get some more details on each case so that we can make sure all the right people are involved. Tell me more about what's going on.
Well, this is what I know so far. We would like some assistance in transportation.
I felt like I was in hell, and they were the devil. They said if I ever told anyone, they would start hurting my little sister.
It happened almost every day for 6 years. I didn't tell because I think no one would believe me because it happened for so long.
I get stomach aches every time I think about it. It's hard for me to pay attention in school because I can't sleep at night. I'm always getting in trouble for falling asleep.
The mission of the Children's Advocacy Center is to empower children to find their voices and to further the vision of eliminating child abuse. Our goal is to bring awareness to the reality of child abuse, not only within our nation, but here within our community as well. We'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to learn more about the services that the Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County provides to child abuse victims and their families. Last year, Benton County received 2,394 reports of child maltreatment. 1,007 of those children walked through our doors. And yet 2/3 of victims don't ever disclose their abuse in childhood. Please join us in our efforts within the community to choose the children that are suffering in silence.
Reoccurring giving allows you to provide a lifetime of healing to children in need. The Empowerment Partners Giving Club gives you this opportunity. For just $15 a month for 1 year, that provides a forensic interview. $42 a month for 1 year provides a forensic medical exam. These are just 2 of the many giving options we have. Stay tuned for more information.
Hi, I'm Chuck Hyde, and I serve on the board here at CAC and have since 2017. You know, for a lot of people, when they get involved in a community cause of some kind, it's because they've got a personal tie to whatever that cause is. Either they've experienced something themselves or someone close to them has experienced something that really gives that personal connection. And you know, it's really not that way for me in the CAC. I would tell you that I grew up in a very safe home, very supportive. I never experienced abuse or neglect of any kind. No one I knew suffered from that, or at least that I was aware of ever suffered from that. And so for me, having been involved now for 3 years, when I hear the stories and the reality of kids that are coming here every day, it really is frankly quite unthinkable to me and unimaginable, because it's so foreign to anything that I've known. And my mind just can't go there. I tell all the time that there are a few things that sort of stop me in my tracks, that I just don't know what to do next and how to process it. And it's the stories that we're hearing and seeing here every day. They kind of do that for me. And so my involvement is really about that the status quo is simply unacceptable. And so for me and my family, we just wanted to jump in and support this work. And that's why I've been on this board and why the work here at the CAC matters so much to us.
Hi, my name is Brooke and I'm an advocate. As advocates, we work directly with the children and families who come through the center. We can act as a liaison with other individuals working with the family, and we can provide emotional support in the crisis for these children and families. We work with the supportive caregivers and the individuals going through the investigation to provide resources to help them connect with whatever they need in the community. The advocate role is unique in that we can provide exactly what the family needs, whether they need clothing, housing, food, whether they need connection with mental health resources, or even just education about trauma, we can provide these things for them. We wouldn't be able to provide all of these things to these children who are in need without the support from the community around us.
These next individuals truly have a heart for serving others and supporting their community, especially those that have been served at the CAC. It is an honor to recognize them and their passion for helping children. Throughout the past 20 years, many individuals have come alongside the CAC to partner in our mission to empower kids. One of these individuals is Congressman Steve Womack. From our inception, he has stood by the CAC and advocated for others to also get involved. As the former mayor of the city of Rogers, he aided in the creation of the Cherishing Children Pinwheel Rally by reading a proclamation and placing some of the very first pinwheels into the ground. He was passionate then for spreading awareness of the reality of child abuse within our community and remains just as passionate today, if not more. In his current role as Congressman, he annually welcomes staff to his office in Washington, D.C. and personally appears each time. He continues to want to know how the CAC is doing, how the staff are doing, and how he can continue to support the efforts of eliminating child abuse and protecting children. Congressman Womack has a sincere ability to show his genuine care and concern for his hometown and, more importantly, the children within it. Congressman Steve Womack has been influential in bringing attention to the services provided by our center to individuals interested in creating a fundraiser for a nonprofit, which you all now know as our annual Sweetest Day event held in October. Most recently, Congressman Womack rallied behind the efforts of the CAC to go west and build a satellite facility to serve children and families on the western side of our county. We are beyond grateful for the continued and faithful support of Congressman Steve Womack to the CAC and, most importantly, to the children. We are so thankful for his tireless dedication to eliminate child abuse alongside us. Congratulations, Congressman Steve Womack, for receiving the Empowering Kids Award for Outstanding Community Partner.
Our community is a strong community because of the people who answer the call to help others. The Children's Advocacy Center does that each and every day. I'm incredibly grateful and honored to receive this award, but the real heroes are those watching this video. To the staff of the Children's Advocacy Center, past, present, and future, I want to thank you. Your work truly changes lives. When our children are faced with some of the most unimaginable situations, you are there for them. You bring hope and a foundation of support. You help provide healing and new beginnings. That's always worth fighting for. So this award is for you and the children of Arkansas. We honor their courage and strength, and we look forward to their futures. It's because of everyone in this room that their paths forward are a little brighter. I'll always stand with you as a partner. Our kids are the future, and they deserve to be protected. Thank you again for this great award. It's truly my highest honor to work alongside you each and every day.
For the past 10 years, it has been a dream of the CAC to build a satellite center within the western part of our county to better serve the children and families in these rural communities. When the board of directors and CAC leadership made the official decision to move forward with this big dream, only one builder was right for the job. Brian Shoemaker became aware of the CAC and the services we provide when he helped with an expansion project at our main center several years ago. He continuously stayed engaged with all that the CAC had going on, which included providing a Christmas tree for one of the waiting rooms that played music for the kids. He would often say, "If you need anything, you call me." Well, one needs to be careful when offering that, because chances are they're going to get called. Brian didn't hesitate when we asked him to consider building the satellite center, and even hinted that he would have been offended if we hadn't. From the very beginning, Brian has been one of our biggest advocates for this project. In one of his first planning meetings, he made it clear that he would not compromise the integrity and quality of the building products, because he wanted to ensure that the center was built with the highest of standards. He knew the critical nature of the services being provided within our walls and wanted to ensure the quality mirrored those services. Through it all, he has held tight to that promise and even held other building partners accountable for providing the same level of integrity to complete the project. Brian has provided not only his expertise, his time and energy, but also his own resources to the satellite center. It takes courage to take on a project like this and to see it through to completion in the midst of a pandemic. From the moment he found out about the CAC, Brian has always believed in the mission of the CAC. He has often commented how he wished that the services of the CAC weren't needed, but how thankful he is for the professionals who are meeting the needs of the children in our community. He has said many times, "I could never do what your team does, but I can do construction, and this is how I can help." Congratulations, Brian Shoemaker, for receiving our One with Courage Award for Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you for this award. I'm truly honored and so proud to be part of this project for the CAC. I have worked with this organization over the years, and I'm proud to have been chosen to build the new satellite facility for them. Of course, I cannot take all the credit. This could not have been done without the help of many others. The CAC staff that shows up each day, the architects who had a vision for the design, and all the donors who provided the building funds. I would like to give a special thank you to all the subcontractors who reduced their costs and worked to get some of the materials discounted. This would not have been possible without their dedication to this cause, just as I am. Thank you for this award. I would not have missed the opportunity to take part in making this facility reality.
Anyone that has the opportunity to meet Christy Lamers would know that her contagious personality is unmatched. After having the privilege of getting to meet her at a tennis tournament fundraising event for the CAC, her energy and passion quickly turned to support the mission of the CAC. Once she knew what services we provided and why, she ensured not only that she herself would get involved, but her family, her friends, and also businesses. Her words were, "Everyone needs to know what you do, and everyone should support this. CACs shouldn't be needed because children should be protected." Christy, we couldn't agree more. Her support has ranged from volunteering and assisting us with events to help transform how we do events with her visionary ideas. She and other volunteers that she recruited painted the statues within our memory garden that represent children whom our county has lost as a result of child abuse. She wanted the statues to represent the children as they should be remembered, innocent, with color, and with life. Christy and her husband Scott have provided many hours of their own time, energy, and resources toward giving our landscaping a complete facelift and making our grounds welcoming and full of beauty and joy. They wanted the children to utilize all of their senses when they were outside the CAC. Our signature bear near our main entrance receives new coats of paint regularly, keeping him current with the times. Scott and Christy additionally aided in the ability to add solar lights along our walkway so the team and families could be well served during after-hours cases. They have encouraged multiple other individuals and businesses to get involved with the efforts of the CAC. They have truly exhibited advocacy for innocence through their support of the children that we serve. Congratulations, Scott and Christy Lamers, for being recognized as this year's Advocate for Innocence for outstanding community partners of children impacted by child abuse. We are so grateful for your faithful support.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christy.
And I'm Scott.
And we just want to thank the Children's Advocacy Center for honoring us with this amazing award. Of course, in any organization, it takes a whole team of volunteers willing to step up and make a difference at the CAC. We would personally like to thank our friends from Walmart and Sam's Club for their dedication in helping the children in our community. First off, Shelley and Doug Mcmillan, what can I say? Your continued commitment to this organization is unreal. I've never seen two people with more on their calendars, and yet you two always make time for the CAC. Whether it's a quick phone call, a cup of coffee, serving on the board, or chairing an event, you two are truly amazing people, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you to Latrice Watkins, Megan Crozier, and Julie Clements. You ladies are rock stars. Thank you, Latrice and Megan, for chairing our events, and thank you to Julie for keeping us all on task and organized. Thank you, Jody Pinson. Your energy and support has been over the top. Thank you for chairing the dinner event and for always stepping up with anything that the center needs. Thank you, David and Jennifer Scoggin. Thank you for chairing the Glow Run and supporting the Children's Advocacy Center in so many ways. You guys are awesome. And finally, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. Even when times are tough, you find a way to keep giving, and we all appreciate your financial support.
As volunteers, we all understand the invaluable work that the Advocacy Center does in our community. However, we really never get to see it firsthand. One early Sunday morning at about 7 a.m., Christy and I were at the Advocacy Center planting flowers in the fairy garden. And slowly, a van pulled into the parking lot. I didn't think too much of it. A couple minutes later, a squad car pulled in, followed by Natalie, followed by another car with 3 more CAC employees. It's pretty obvious as to what was going on. Out of the van emerged a mother and 2 small children, still in their pajamas, and they entered the CAC. When the front door closed, I looked at Christy and I said, "No way, there's no way."
Chrissy looked up at me with a tear in her eye and said, 24/7, Scott. This goes on 24/7.
Clearly, the Children's Advocacy Center serves a vital role in our community, and the demand has never been greater. Over 1,000 children walked through the doors of the center last year. Think about it. That's almost 3 new cases every day. So when we say please donate, we really mean it. $5, $20, $100, $1,000. Whatever you can give will make a huge difference in the lives of these children. So please give. Thank you.
Thank you.
In considering an individual for the recipient of our Pioneer Award, someone considered to be a leader in the field of child abuse, it is unusual that she and her husband would end up being the very same person the award is already named after. This is a monumental year for the CAC as we accomplish a dream that was held by our founders in the early years of our providing services to children and families. David and Beverly Engel, the CAC's founders, recognized that we needed to do better when it came to serving kids where they needed it most, right here in our own county. Due to the vast size of our county, many children were unable to come to our main location for their services due to transportation issues or other reasons. Multidisciplinary team partners were unable to be a part of the initial investigative process as they were unable to leave their jurisdiction. When it comes to creating and striving for a high standard in providing services for victims of child abuse, accepting anything less was never okay with them. They consistently strived to always do better and wanted our center to do the same. It is an honor to be carrying out this mission that they established 20 years ago, and we knew that we needed to take a piece of that legacy with us to CAC West in Gentry. David and Beverly, because of you, children's voices are being heard, and they are getting the help that they need to heal from their trauma. Thank you for your dedication to the protection of children. Congratulations, David and Beverly, for being recognized as this year's recipients of the Beverly R. Engel Pioneer Award for being leaders in the field of child abuse.
In the late 1990s, a board of directors member of Restoration Village, which Bev and I together started in 1989, brought us a cassette tape from a conference about children's safety centers. And it's one of those that when Bev and I listened to that tape, said, we need one of those here in Northwest Arkansas. It was a couple of years before it came to fruition. This building we're in today, CAC number 1, was a house that we housed people who needed a place to live. It had caught fire in 1998. We started in 1999 rebuilding on the old foundation a building called Children's Advocacy Center of Northwest Arkansas. We built, with thanks to people, volunteers, many volunteers, people like Faith Riders, a motorcycle club, and others that would come over and work at night. We built this beautiful facility for children. Our whole goal was, where do these children go to be heard and to start getting well?
And I think that, like David said, being able to be here and see the children who came here and were able to receive services from day one, it was just amazing. When the first child said, oh, I don't have to go to the police department. And, realizing that we did have a child-friendly facility and knowing week after week in MDT meetings that children in Western Benton County, they just, the families were not able to get here. The law enforcement there or the DHS did not have that time ability to make that 40-minute drive over here. And so just keeping track of that, several years ago, probably around 2005, I realized that about 15 children a month were not able to come for services. To realize now the reality, that's been a dream for a long time. And to see that and to be there a couple of months ago and to be able to stand on that ground and see, that the facility being raised. But it is an award that we're receiving tonight is very humbling. And, truly, David and I know that it's not about us, it's about the children. They are our heroes. And once we opened these doors, we knew we had to do whatever we could to make it available for whoever. And so just thankful that we together are being recognized, and thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Greg Chandler, a 14-year resident of Northwest Arkansas and an executive for IRI, a global leader in unlocking growth by putting retail customers at the center of business with IRI Liquid Data technology. IRI is pleased to again be the presenting sponsor of the Children's Advocacy Center's Cherishing Children event, even if the mashed potatoes are virtual this year. You know, you can tell a lot about a person or an organization by their purpose and how far they're willing to go beyond what's considered normal to achieve that purpose. Sam Walton's building of Walmart is a great example of this, with how he put serving his customers at the center of his purpose, saving people money so they could live better. And Mr. Sam didn't stop at just having a great idea. He pushed the idea of saving customers money further than anyone ever had before. Low margins, rollbacks, EDLC and EDLP, even super centers, and on and on. His powerful purpose of service and his full commitment to rising to the invitation of that purpose invited others to join him in the cause, and has helped Walmart grow from a single 5-and-dime store in Little Bentonville, Arkansas, to become the world's largest retailer and still growing. The Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County is a lot like Walmart. The CAC's mission is powerful and clear: to end child abuse. How do we know that the team at the Benton County CAC believes in its mission? By the extraordinary lengths they're willing to go beyond the status quo to achieve their purpose, and as evidenced by what they're doing to put children at the center of their care and protection model. Some examples. Instead of having to navigate a maze of care providers, children who come to the CAC find all the caregivers together in one place so that they only have to tell their story one time. Instead of an office or corporate environment better suited for adult workers, the CAC is designed like a home where children feel comfortable and safe. Instead of talking to children on adult terms, the CAC has specially trained interviewers who help children express themselves in ways that fit their developmental stages. And they even have a special sensory room to aid communication. Instead of kids feeling like their traumatic experiences make them less important or valuable, the CAC has children write their names on the wall of the medical exam room so that they know no matter what has happened to them, they are valuable and they matter. Instead of feeling like they've lost their security, the CAC offers every child who has an exam a new toy or handmade blanket to take home to know they're loved personally by the people they've met at the CAC. And finally, instead of being satisfied with just one amazing facility in Little Flock, they have rallied our community to build the second location in Gentry to expand the reach to all of the children in Benton County. Some of these actions may seem small, but it's exactly that attention to detail that shows how much the CAC believes in its purpose. And their commitment to purpose invites all of us to pause and make sure that we're clear and committed to our own purposes. Is our purpose to love, serve, and lift others? Perhaps we've had life experiences that have given us unique understanding and compassion for a cause that needs our support. It's good at these times to do a quick check on whether our energy and resources are aligned with our purpose. Back to the Waltons for a moment. Helen Walton one experienced in how things can accumulate in life, taught us great wisdom about wealth and resources when she said, "It is not what you gather, but what you scatter that tells what kind of life you have lived." We're blessed to live in Northwest Arkansas, where much gathering has and is happening. Gatherings of people, ideas, and resources. Helen Walton's quote can be asked today as a question: will we be gatherers alone, or will we also be scatterers? Will we give as fast as we receive? The Children's Advocacy Center is built to scatter goodness, to take trauma and from that trauma to provide love, safety, healing, and justice to support and protect our children. Not only will children know they are valued, but those who think they can hide child abuse will know that we will not stand for that in our families, in our companies, in our towns, and in our community. Our voices and how we scatter our resources send a clear message about what we value. There are many causes that deserve our support. I believe the true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members, as India's Mahatma Gandhi said. Or applied to us, the true measure of the Northwest Arkansas community can be found in how we treat groups like our vulnerable children, those who have been abused or harmed. We're fortunate that we have a core staff and processes at the CAC already in place. Ours is the opportunity to simply support and expand the availability of these core services with our time and donations. Great organizations driven by purpose never apologize when asking for sacrifices or resources because they know the importance of their cause. Please join IRI and me today in supporting the mission and staff of the CAC in giving to the cause of ending child abuse in Northwest Arkansas. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Megan Rands. I'm the Forensic Interview Coordinator here at the CAC of Benton County. A forensic interview, for those that you don't know, is a conversation with a child who's been connected to a child abuse hotline or child abuse investigation in some way. And so a forensic interview happens when a call is made to the child abuse hotline and it is assigned to investigators. An amazing team of people, whether it be law enforcement, child protective services, Department of Family and Human Services, Crimes Against Children Division of Arkansas State Police. Those people work on these cases together and we collaborate with them. And this conversation is neutral, it's non-leading, it's legally defensible in court, it's trauma-informed, and it's age-appropriate. And so the conversation that I have with a 17-year-old is very different than the conversation I have with a 3-year-old. But all of those conversations cover every single form of maltreatment. And so I'm in the room with the child, and our team of investigators is in a room watching a live stream.
We'll get these on the calendar for you. I'll notify our other investigative agencies, get in touch with the prosecutor, notify our medical team to be available. I'll also have our counselors on standby. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for the Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County, I would have never shared my story. They gave me the courage I needed to tell, and I wasn't the only one either.
Every pinwheel represents a child who has visited the CAC. Every one of them special and unique in their own way.
Did you know that thousands of children are reported each year right here in Northwest Arkansas? My family didn't have to pay anything. All of their services are free because of people like you.
Usually, I can't think about my future because all I can think about is what I'm going through right now. But now that I'm getting help, I feel like I have hope. I look forward to taking care of other people in my future, helping them the way they've helped me.
The CAC saved my life.
Because of them, I feel like I can do better at school. I feel like I can grow up and be normal.
Your donation paid for my services and other kids just like me.
Your donation gave me hope, and gave me back the gift of childhood.
Your donation through the Empowerment Partners Giving Club ensures a lifetime of healing for kids in our greatest time of need.
Won't you help us too? Choose the child.
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 Won't you help us too? Choose me.
My name's Nathan Smith. I'm the prosecuting attorney in Benton County. As prosecutor, I don't have anything that we do more important or more rewarding than partnering with people who care about our kids.
My name is Jim Johnson. I'm with the Benton County Sheriff's Office. To me, what the Children Advocacy Center means is a safe haven for children where we can be a voice for them.
I'm Erica Whitman. I am a Crimes Against Children Division investigator with Arkansas State Police. I investigate severe child maltreatment.
When it comes to what we value and who we are, our kids are the most important resource that we have.
One of the benefits of working with organizations like these is the fact that the children in my investigations are allowed to have a neutral environment that really streamlines our investigative process.
The forensic interviewers have a fantastic way to get justice for their family.
Our kids are always going to need advocates, and so I appreciate the CAC because of their mission and their emphasis on protecting kids and making sure that they are advocated for and that they give a voice.
The child is able to be interviewed one time, and during those interviews we have additional agencies and investigators observing from a remote location.
I'd like to thank the community for all the support and backing Children's Advocacy Center. And without the community, we wouldn't have the CAC.
Once our investigation is completed, the CAC provides additional follow-up services for the child and the family.
So for all of you watching this, who not only support with your time and your effort, your finances, your prayers, I just want to say thank you and encourage you to keep doing that, because if all you do only amounts to helping one child, then all of your efforts will have been worth it.
Hi, my name is Rachel Toomer, and I'm the Mental Health Coordinator here at the Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County. The goal of the mental health component here at the CAC is to provide quality holistic counseling to children and their families by treating the whole child in order to alleviate trauma symptoms and to promote healing. Our therapists here are trained in many evidence-based, trauma-informed, and child-friendly therapy models, so they are equipped to meet the needs of the child. Thanks to the generosity of our community, our team is able to provide mental health services free of charge for children and families as long as they may need.
For our work here at the CAC of turning tragedy and trauma into healing, and even further taking a preventative approach and education and stopping abuse in the first place is so important. My role here on the board and my family's giving is not just there because of the need, which is very real, but something that's essential for us and for me is that the effectiveness of what it is that we're doing. That we've got an unbelievable staff here that's tremendously trained and qualified and equipped to do this work. We're part of a national coalition of sorts, all the way through the National Children's Alliance, the accreditation standards that exist here. And so for me and my family, we know and we have confidence that every minute I give, every investment we make is going to be used at its fullest and for its best effect for children and families that need the services here at the CAC.
Hi, my name is Melanie Hallbrick. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator here at the CAC. Part of my role is I oversee our education component. Our education component strives to be proactive and spread prevention efforts across our community. We do this by providing free trainings for all child professionals, for kids, and parents and caregivers. We focus on trainings that target child maltreatment and ways to recognize, respond, and report it. We also try and give tools to build and promote resiliency in our kids who have experienced trauma. We do this to further our mission and our vision to eliminate child abuse.
Hi, I'm Onika Williams, and I'd like to take a few moments to talk to you about a very special place. When you think through 2019, the center saw over 1,000 children. On average, it takes $2,700 to help a child through that healing process. and to help them along a path of lifelong healing. The center recently created an empowerment giving club where there's tiered giving values. If you so desire to help those 1,000 children, I invite you to give.
My name is Casey Parrish, and I'm the Northwest Arkansas Regional SANE Coordinator. I work with a team of specially trained sexual assault nurses who respond to cases of sexual assault that come through the Children's Advocacy Center. During these cases, we will meet with the multidisciplinary team after an interview to review allegations and just to brainstorm with the team and work together with them to come up with a plan. Then we will meet with a non-offending caregiver and we will discuss medical history of the client, explain how the exam works, get consent for the exam, and then once the child is ready, we'll bring them back to the exam room with us and they can bring with them a support person of their choosing. In that exam room, we get the chance to explain in a child-friendly, age-appropriate manner what our exam is going to consist of. We'll do a head-to-toe exam on them. We will do documentation and photographs of any injuries that are present on their body. Then we will do evidence collection, which is just a series of DNA swabs anywhere that DNA could be present on their body and collect that evidence for law enforcement. We get the chance for a one-on-one conversation with that child to discuss and educate them on their bodies, on the fact that they are healthy and that they are okay. If there are injuries or something present, we can walk them through the healing process and explain to them and to their minds in whatever age-appropriate way that they need that their bodies will be okay, that this trauma physically is not going to carry with them necessarily for the rest of their lives. And that is just a little snapshot of what we get the opportunity to provide for these children here at the Children's Advocacy Center with your generous donations and ongoing support. Thank you.
The CAC will be extending our services to children in outlying rural communities within Benton County in a way that increases the ease of access and ultimately impacting the overall safety of the children living within these communities. Given the vast size of Benton County and the underserved areas surrounding it, children often have to travel a great distance to be afforded the same opportunity as children who live in closer proximity to our main facility. Within the last 3 years, 600 children receiving our services would have been better served if we had a facility in Western Benton County. We are so excited to share that this new satellite facility is scheduled to open its doors at the beginning of November so that we can begin better serving this area.
As we all know, this pandemic has disrupted really pretty much every part of our lives. And one area that I think it probably hasn't disrupted is in the abuse and neglect of children. In fact, if anything, it's probably exacerbated it. And so the need is still there as much as it ever has been, if not more. You know, the CAC is in a financially strong position largely through the generosity of our community and good stewardship here. And I know that most of our businesses and our families have been impacted negatively by the pandemic and the financial impacts that we've been experiencing. I see it every day in my work. Nonetheless, I hope that you'll be able to maybe consider and reflect on the CAC's mission and understand how you might be able to support the CAC financially through this fundraising effort this fall. Thank you.
Statistically, we know child abuse occurs predominantly in a child's very own home, the place where they're supposed to feel safe, secure, and protected, but are forced to live in fear instead. Now, in the midst of a global pandemic, children are isolated in these abusive environments and are in need of services and intervention now more than ever. For 20 years, the health and safety of our community has always been a top priority of ours, especially during this time of uncertainty. Our presence in the community has little to do with us and everything to do with you. Without your support, our center would cease to exist. We understand that these are challenging times for many and that you yourself might be facing personal adversity right now. However, if you feel led to make a contribution, no matter how small, your gift will make a difference in a child's life. Throughout this program, we have shared the multiple ways you can give to the CAC. You can donate online at the link below, you can text to give at the number below, or you can mail in a donation to the address below. As I mentioned earlier, your donation will go a tremendously long way in helping the CAC continue to offer free services for children and families in our community this fall. From now until October 10th, all of the donations will be matched up to $50,000, courtesy of honorary event chairs Doug and Shelley Mcmillan. We hope that you choose the child with us.